opinion is that the thing that we keep forgetting about in education is learning. And I mean that sincerely, that one of the issues that we get caught up with in the education politics is that we talk about the structures, we talk about who's getting paid, we talk about the ways in which we can advance people in their careers, et cetera. We're not talking about the learning. My perspective is we need to know in very concrete ways what students should be able to understand and do with an education credential. We don't know that. We have no knowledge of that at this point in our history. From our work in higher education, there's really two things you get out of a college degree. One is you get specific knowledge, right? So if you major in chemistry, you learn how to do chemical reactions and how to manage processes, chemical processes, et cetera. But you also gain generalizable skills, how to think critically, how to be analytical, how to solve problems. That should be the focus for all of what we're doing in education, because jobs require people with skills. To be an effective citizen in a democracy requires you to have certain kinds of skills. You've got to know how to vote. You've got to know how to be a parent. You've got to know how to contribute to the democratic processes. And we do not have anything close to the kind of systems we need to be able to measure and understand learning. Now, that sounds like some sort of policy wonk's dream, but in fact, without understanding what the learning is, we're not going to be able to create the linkages between what we're doing in the education systems and what the employers and what we're getting out of the system, what the employers need and what we're getting out of the system on the back end. So, you know, I find frustrating the fact that we can spend, in my case in the higher education context, 80% of our time talking about the high rates of tuition, which are extraordinary in the U.S. It's unacceptable that we have tuition rates that high. We should be improving the productivity of our colleges and universities, finding ways to increase efficiency in order to produce more students at the most affordable cost. But the point is that degree and what students learn from that degree is what matters the most. And that's the part in which in the education processes, we seem to forget the learning part of the equation.
Dr. Mwangi,